I am Fridge, and welcome to episode 61 of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw the end of World War III, and here we have the map before World War III. Take one last look at this map, because it's going to look a lot different after this. Anyways, have you taken a look? Okay, well, here we go. So here we have the new map. You can probably spot some differences, like up here, and down here, and over here, and over here. But I'm going to go over all of these differences, starting in South America, because I feel like this had the least amount of differences. Actually, no, the one that had the least amount of differences was Australia, with absolutely no differences, and all of Oceania is the same, in fact. Anyway, so now to go into South America. Over here, the Amazon country no longer exists, and, yeah, this is what the borders look like over here. Along with that, down here, some things changed. If we look at the ideology, you'd see that this dictatorship and this dictatorship both survived, and that's because they left the war before they got invaded. But this one here has been fully annexed, and most of the Amazon went to the United States of South America. Anyway, so that's basically it for this. Along with this country, he also got some land. I think this country got some land. I don't know why they got land. I just thought it looked good on the border. I guess they made a deal with someone or something. Here's a hang up here. Louisiana has been split between Florida and Texas. And, this country here was fully annexed by Florida. Continuing on, we'll be heading down here, where Madagascar, the blue Madagascar, the democratic one, has come back. This is the, democratic, one, the rebellion that broke out at the end of, their existence. Down here, though, the country down here was not brought back. They got annexed by South Africa. Why? Well, because South Africa wanted it, that's why. Yeah, South Africa decided they were going to take instead, and also, the land they had over here was split. There's still a few pixels over here that got missed when I was drawing up the peace treaty, so let me just fix that. You saw nothing there. Anyway, so, Frog got a lot of their old land back. I think that's it for down here. Heading over here, Goiki no longer exists, and a certain person is going to be crying when he sees this. Yeah, anyway, so, hanging up here, another country does not exist, as Brittany was mostly taken by Wales. A little bit went to Greenland, like a few of these provinces down here, but most of it went to Wales. Speaking of Wales, they look pretty big now. They also took some land from the Dutch, like the land over here, and some land down over here. Along with this rebellion here now exists as an independent country. And, this country got a province from this country here. Yeah. Iceland is now fully owned by Wales. Oh, over here, the, land here that belonged to the Nordic Union was taken by this new country here, and this green country over here, which I guess would be Canada, or, yeah, I guess, like, Canada, you could call this, I don't know. That's not an official name, but you could call it that if you want. Speaking of the Nordic Union, though, they don't exist anymore. Or do they? Anyways, though, clearly they don't exist anymore, as these three countries Norway, Sweden, and Finland have all been brought back. And also Denmark, who got their independence and took some land from Germany and the Dutch as well. Speaking of the Dutch, they are tiny now. They actually got, they lost land in the south, but they gained like a few provinces up here from the Dutch. And they lost land because Toscana, or how I pronounce it, is back. I'll remember them. I don't remember who named them, but someone named them that. Yeah, but the original green country is back. As for the United Roman States, the lime country is now just named Rome. We have Sicily, who is run by a mafia, but the people don't know that. And also we have this country here, who I don't remember the name of. There was a country that had a name a while back, but I don't remember the name of it. Anyways, though, over here, Corsica, got annexed by this country here. And heading over here, we can see that the country that was here, Weimar, I think was the name of it, no longer exists. Actually, maybe the name is still there. Did I update the names? Oh, where I didn't. You can still see their name, but they don't exist anymore. Yeah, they don't exist anymore because they got split between this country here and also the yellow team. Speaking of which, they got a lot of land over here from the gray country and Turkey, Macedonia, which no longer exists, as the fascist Greece annexed most of it, and also all of the democratic Greece, which means that there is now officially only one Greece, and that is the fascist Greece, who needs to move their capital because their capital got nuked. Speaking of which, I need to talk about nukes in a second, because a lot of these countries are going to need to move their capitals. Not just you, but also you will need to move your capital. Maybe a few other countries. Anyways, there's a country over here now. This country got its independence. This country existed at some point. I think there was a blue country here, like this exact shade of blue country here. We have the new Cyprus Empire, or Neo-Cyprus, I guess you'd call it. They have some of the old land back. Another country that has returned, or is the Caucasus Empire, now called the Caucasus Union. Along with that, while the dark red country got a lot of their land back, or some of their land back, they got all of Kurdistan and some land from Persia, and also some land from Caspia, who was also forced to spit out this country, and this blue country spit out from Persia, and the red country took some land. Along with this green country, they took like a province over here. Speaking of the green country, we're going to talk about them later in this episode. Along with that, the Dutch's colony over in Sinai got its independence. So the Sinai country is back now. Remember them from the beginning to, like, they were here from, like, episode, 4 or 5 to episode 30, and then they got colonized. Anyways, though, Persia, their empire is gone. They had to spit out this country, and give land to this country, and Bellica, or Grey Sri Lanka as I call it. But its official name is Bellica, that's what it got named a while back. Indus also got some land. Over here we have, up here, the country here is gone. Also, you need the capital. I'm just realizing that now. But the country here is now pretty big. Is stable though. Where if people try to resist, they just bomb their house, because, well, this is one of the most evil countries in the series at the moment. Over here, the Southeast Asian Union is back, but now it's just called the Fascist South. No, it's not called it's called the South East Asian Empire now. And as they're not a union, these two countries were forced into it, along with most of Taiwan's land. Speaking of which, they're small now. This country is back as Chinese cheese no longer exists. In fact, the city of cheese is now Korean. So now we have Korean cheese. So instead of saying the king cheese is from China, we say that he's from Korea now. Anyways, though, Japan is now fascist and united again. This country up here, they lost a little bit of land to this country here, but they kept most of their land. And I thought about giving this part to like the red country up here as like they are forced to hand it over, but I decided not to. I might do something else with that. Actually, I do have another plan. That's why I didn't do it. You'll see that either later in this episode or in the future. Another part of the tree was, which we'll talk about later, is what happened to their nukes. Speaking of which, I think that might be the next thing, because I think I've gone over all the land changes. This country got some land from Caspia, and also I changed their color so they don't look like the Caucasian Union. I have to get used to calling this the Caucasian Union instead of Caucasian Empire. Any land changes I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Oh, up here. So, Latvia no longer exists, and Estonia lost most of their land to this purple country, which is looking pretty big, but I'm gonna say it now, they're not that strong or that stable. The yellow country is a lot stronger than them, and I point out them because these two are allies. This country is stronger than this green country over here, which did get some land from this blue country and this purple country here. But this purple country is not the most stable country in the world or the strongest. Also, St. Petersburg is now a country, along with this country over here, and also I think this country up here is new. This country does not have much of a population, nor is this one, but I didn't really know what to do with them, because I could have given them to Finland, but, well, I don't think that someone would want any country that was of these three gain more land, as these three are the main members that made up the Nordic Union. Anyways, though, I think that's it for land changes. So now I'll talk about nukes. So, for starters, we're going to look at capitals that got nuked. So, the capital of this pink country here got nuked, so they're going to need to move their capital. So looking at the major cities, they're going to move their capital just a little bit north to this city here. Yeah, there's also probably just a lot of radiation along this place. This country's going to need to get help, but they do have ally who can probably send them a lot of help. Anyways, though, we're not talking about you right now. Over here in Greece, they're going to move their capital from right here to Athens. So that's good. Any other countries that got their capital nuked? Oh, you down here did. Your capital will get moved from this city here to up here in this city here. And any more nuked capitals? I'm forgetting. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, Persia. Their capital needs to get moved. So they're going to move their capital. They're going to put their capital here. Why they put it here, not next to the coast? Because, I don't know, I just chose that. The coast they thought was too close to the red country, which they don't like. Anyone else? Also, what are these lines here? It's because I don't have the provinces, because I had the provinces open when I drew the border and didn't catch these lines. I need to fix this. So let's just... That's good enough. Okay, there we go. Anyways, anyone new? Oh, Caspia. Yeah. You need to move your capital. So, Caspia is going to move their capital from this nuked city to this city up here. It was between this city and this city down here, and they chose this one because it was further away from this guy here. Anyways, I think that's it for nuked capitals. If I notice one that I'm forgetting, I will go back to it. Yeah, because your capital will not get nuked. Anyways, though. Now it will be heading on to what happened to the nukes. So, here's what the nukes looked like before. So you can see what countries have them. And we need to change this. So, if I just press this button here, you can see the new nukes. So, for starters, both the Nordic Union and Persia's nukes have been taken away from them. Over here, the nukes that the Nordic Union had stationed in this grey country and also the nukes that Persia had in Turkey, Macedonia were both given to the yellow countries. They now have 32 nukes. As for Wales, they store the nukes that were stationed in Brittany. Along with that, they still have 15 that they were given by Korea. So, they have 7 of their own and 15 from Korea. Heading down here to Greece, they have 10. The nukes that, or they have 10 stationed in them that belong to Korea. The nukes that the other Greece had from the Nordic Union were given to the fascist Greece. However, they do actually belong to Korea, who has 166 nukes in total, by the way. The nukes in Persia after the so the 11 over here, I'm pretty sure were handed over to Korea. As for the ones that were in Persia, they were split between Korea and the lead team. So the lead team now has 46 nukes. Down here, Korea has put, well, this one had 6. They put 4 more in Balaka, and they put 15 nukes in this country here. Speaking of which, there's a lot of nukes in this country. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rebuilding. In fact, the world is probably going to go silent in most of these nuked countries because they need to rebuild. So what else can I... Any other things I need to talk about when it comes to nukes? Oh. Down here. I forgot to update these, but 27 and I think 30 in new. This one was 30 before the war. This one, they used some nukes over here. Anyway, so I think that's it for nuke numbers, unless I'm forgetting something. Well, there is one more thing about nukes, and that is that 50 of the Nordic Union's nukes have just gone missing. Somehow, 50 nukes just disappeared. What happened to them? Nobody knows, and no one in the former Nordic Union countries seem to know. Nobody in the world knows what happened to these 50 nukes. And along with that, I did say I'd get back to them. The 20 nukes are in here. There was a deal that this country could live if they gave any nukes in all the nukes that was in them to Korea. However, during the war, this country actually dismantled all of their nukes. So then, when it came to Korea, they're like, oh yeah, we have none anymore. Anyways, you always agreed to this, so we get to live now. So Korea's mad about that, but they had already signed the treaty, which, if you remember, was in, I think it was this city here, or was it this city over here? It's in one of these two cities here. Also, I'm pretty sure the Treaty of World War II was, well, the second location of the treaty was in this city here, because the original treaty was going to be in like Amsterdam, but then there was an explosion that killed the Dutch, the Scottish, the Green French, and the Port. Speaking of Port, I don't think they had any land changes. Yugo got part of Goiki. I don't know if I mentioned that. And you might notice that this country still has the color of the Nordic Union. That is for a very good reason. As you see, Korea actually made a deal with the leaders of the Nordic Union that they could live, but only in Greenland. This idea was actually given to Korea by the Nordic Union's leaders when they saw that they were losing the war. After Denmark broke away, that's when they made the deal with, that's when they sent this deal to Korea. Korea does not know why they want Greenland so badly, but the leaders value Greenland more, and the leaders, like I said in the last one, the world was said that they were dead, so everyone thinks that the leader, well, obviously there was the elected leader, and then there was kind of a few other people with power, like elites, like rich elites. Rich elites are not going to be as big of a deal in this Wixo as they were in Ada's Pros. Don't worry about that if you have a problem with that. I personally did not, but if you did have a problem with that, it's not going to be that big of a deal here. But like some people, the president's cabinet, a few people in Congress, and some other powerful people in the country, all actually fled to Greenland. Anyways, though, I think that's it for the treaty. Has this not been showing at all? Please, I don't know if that's been showing. Oh my god. I clicked off for 1 second. I really hope this map has been showing the entire time. It was dark when I looked at OBS. Anyways, though, there's a few other things that do need to happen, though, in this video. For starters, down here, we are going to see the red country and the green country here unite. And by that, I mean the green country gets annexed by the red country, but they agree to it. Now, people all a few countries were kind of surprised by this. Now, relations between the two had increased a lot. If you remember, this green country was part of Yoyoland, and then they lost a war, and Yoyoland was divided into the green country and the pink country. The pink country still has a negative view towards the red country, but the green country, relations with them and the relations between these two increased a lot, so that's how this is possible. That's not the only event that's going to be happening. First of all, I forgot alliances. Let me go back to that. So alliance-wise, the Heart Alliance does not exist anymore. The Heart and Star Alliances both no longer exist. Along with that, economic alliances. The economic alliance of the Nordic Union no longer exists, so a few countries, even though they didn't fight in this war, they might be falling unstable, like this blue country here, and this pink country up here, for example. They are both in the Nordic Union's economic alliance, but did not fight in the war. Korea's economic alliance is still pretty good, and this country is looking really smart for joining. And you don't exist anymore, so you should not be here. Move there. Okay, where's the actual alliance? Any other things that I missed on the economic alliance? I don't think so. Yeah, there's going to be a few countries that will be joining this. The first of which is going to be the pink country down here. They weren't already. They kind of they already had like a secret like economic pact with Korea, which has a secret because, well, if they were getting close to the fascist countries, then they would have got invaded. As for the alliance, they will also be joining the Cross Military Alliance as well, which they were secretly already part of. Another country will be joining these alliances is none other than the brown country over here. Brown, red, I don't know. Today it looks more brown. In the past, it's looked more red to me. I mean, if I zoom in on it, it looks like a really, really dark red, but right now it looks brown when you zoom out. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Anyways, though, those countries are joining those alliances. There will also be a few countries leaving the Cross Alliance. And that country, actually there will only be one at the moment, but that country will be this country up here. And they're going to be leaving the Cross Alliance up here. They're actually going to be forming a new alliance with the yellow country down here. And let me just see what shapes are currently being used. Okay, and this new alliance will be the Diamond Alliance. That is really big. Let me make that smaller. Okay. So we will see the creation of the Diamond Alliance between the yellow country here and the green country over here. These three will all form their own alliance. In fact, tensions between the yellow country and the Korea are not the best at the moment. They had some different views when it came to the treaty. For example, this country wanted some more land from Greece, however, and also Turkey, Macedonia. However, the fascists and Greece down here ended up getting it, which Korea wanted. Along with that, there was some disputes over who the nukes went to. This country wanted the nukes from this Turkey, Macedonia, and Greece, while Korea wanted all the nukes from them. So in the end, they gave the ones in Greece to Korea, but the others went to the yellow country. So these two are not on the best terms at the moment, and this country leaving to join the alliance is not going to make those terms any better. And, well, no more countries are going to leave right now, but let's just say that a few other countries might not be in the cross military alliance for long. That's all I'm going to say. There might be a few more leaving soon. But the final events that are going to be happening in this episode are over here. We are going to see the military of Florida move into this yellow country over here, and they will quickly take this major city, as this yellow country was not that strong, and Florida is pretty strong. Also, I need to give an updated top 10. That's going to happen before the video ends. And we see two spearheads going towards the capital. The capital will get captured, following which this country will surrender, and it will be fully annexed into, apparently they all just got unclaimed, into the fascist Florida Empire. That's going to make this country here a bit upset, but that's not important right now. Let me remove the capital city. Few other things. Anyways, the next... There was something else I was thinking of, but I can't remember all of a sudden. Oh, wait. Oh. Why is my... Okay, my mind. Oh, down here, we're going to see in the Circle Alliance the South Africa, also known as the South African Union. If we look at country names, that's the official name of it. They're going to send a idea to all of their allies saying, hey, maybe we should all unite to increase the South African Union, and these two countries here are going to both agree to that, but these two up here don't agree to that. They want to stay independent, so we'll see these two end up joining, and that will be it. And that is all that's going to happen down here for now. So now, this country is like doubled in size, and we can remove the circles from the alliance layer. Where is the alliance layer? There it is. That's going to happen. And the final event that I think I had for this was, rather than linkings, was there's a few countries that I need to talk about. Those are Japan over here, and also Greece. These two countries are not that stable. The opinion on fascism is really low. Like, this country just annexed a lot of land that does not like fascism. Like, this country over here was communist. They despised fascism. They went communist because of how much they despised fascism. Now they're back under the country that made them hate fascism. You really think that this country is going to be stable? No, they are incredibly unstable. Japan is also not that stable. They also annexed a lot of lands that does not like fascism. And also in the South, the opinion on fascism down here is also decreased. So, or the positive opinion on fascism has decreased. So yeah, that's something to keep note of. Finally, it's going to be the top tens. So here we have the old top tens, and we can remove some of these countries, and by some I mean most of them. So 1 is no longer going to be number 1. The new number 1, close the alliance layer. The new number 1, and I can close the nuke layer. Anyway, so the new number 1 will be over here. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. The new number 1 will be, obviously, Korea. I think that was obvious. Number 2 will be going to... Who is number 2? Number 2 will be going to you, as you were already number 4, and you got out pretty good. You got land instead of losing. So the South, or the United States of South America, that's what you're called, will be number 2. Number 3 will no longer be, I'm doing the wrong size for this, I'll fix the size afterwards. You'll no longer be number 3, as this country down here, actually, yeah, they'll be number 3, following their union with their neighbors. It also gave them pretty strong. And number 4 will be going to Belgica down here. Number 5 is probably going to surprise you, as they weren't even in the top 10. But this country up here is actually going to be number 5. They didn't get much news. They got 1 nuke, while compared to some of the others, like Belgica and Korea, they have some nukes they need to fix up. So with that, they're busy fixing nukes. They are going to increase their military, and they're going to be number 5. Number 6 will be going to... Number 6 will stay the red team. Number 7 will be Wales. Number 8 will be... And you have a lot of nukes on you. Number 8 will be Florida. Number 9 will be... Actually, before I want to say it's going to be this country down here, the South East African Empire, but I'm going to make sure quickly, because it might be a better country. I don't really think so. Despite the nukes, the nukes got dropped on them. This country might be number 9. I'm going to put them as number 9. Tell me if you think that there's a country that deserves that more. Also, if you say, if you say this country here, the Caucasus Union, or the, Cyprus Empire, no, they do not deserve that. They are not that strong. Number 10, though, they just came back. You expect them to be that strong. Number 10, I'm going to give number 10 to... Who should I give number 10 to? There isn't really any other countries that are yelling strong to me. I mean, maybe one of these two could be number... Nah. You, maybe? Nah, I don't think you're number 10. Maybe Mexico? Just because I can't really think of anyone else to give it to. I mean, this country might be one of the richest countries in the world, as they, well, they were selling weapons to the winner. And also, they chose the correct economic alliance to join. Who do I think number 10 would go to? I guess I'm going to give 10 to Mexico, just because I don't know who else to give it to. Because this country just came back. This country just came back. This country just came back. This country just came back and is nowhere near how it used to be. Same thing with this country down here. This country just came back, and similar, they are nowhere near how they used to be. In fact, the only reason why they were ever in the top 10 was because back then, like, even back then, like, compared to today, they would be nowhere near the top 10, but back then, like, they were a pretty strong country because there wasn't that much countries. So yeah, that's the top 10. I'm going to fix the size of the numbers because I made them too small. I think I spent, like, 10 minutes just talking about who the top 10 is, because this video is somehow 37 minutes long. And it was 21 last I checked. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.